companies call also and say, oh, well, you know, it's just a bad place to live. But people don't take time to actually look around and see the potential that this community has. Basically, what SEP does, they motivate this youth to go out and better themselves, so to say. Everybody actually wants to be there. Everybody wants to take something from this program and apply it to life. So my story is, last year was my first year at the Sponsored Employment Program. See, I got recruited to this program called the Music, Mural, and Arts Project. Basically, I just did art for this program. I mean, that's what I love. I love art. It's not more of the paychecks I was really worried about. It was the direction they're taking me in. It was, I basically learned, hey, I can get paid for doing what I love. It's not that hard. And thanks to the Sponsored Employment Program, I have one more job on my resume, and now I'm currently employed.
I was in the Sponsored Employment Program in 2010 and 11, and I worked for Jose Santos, UPPA program coordinator, where it's all about above the influence, keeping youth responsible away from alcohol, drugs, tobacco, substance abuse, promoting, being above that and being greater than that. And that's what I've done, and I continue to do, and he still has me there because I love doing it. The SEP program gave me a real job experience when other employers didn't want to. It gave me that extra job on my resume, and now finding a job is easier. Young people are so eager to work, and SEP is doing that. They're giving them jobs. But this is more than a job. This is an opportunity that all young people should have. SEP is building leaders, and they're preparing them for the future. SEP showed me that I can give back to my community, and that's what I want to do. I want to help young people. And I'm currently working in getting my associate's degree in theology and political science. In SEP, I was told to be great because I was great, and those words have forever changed my life.
I think, to me, SEP is like a really, really good thing for East Palo Alto. It gives hope. It gives us responsibility. It shows us to take it seriously and all that. So and one of the best things that I truly be thankful for is that through the SEP program, summertime, for the kids, the youth, everything, is the time where you can let loose or whatever. You get into things that sometimes you shouldn't be getting into. But within the SEP program, especially last year, there was some murders and stuff. But I was so glad to see not one hoodie, not one T-shirt, none of the SEP students were in it.
Sponsored employment, first and foremost, gives young people a choice of positive ways to earn income, particularly young people who may have more than the average number of challenges to employment. Equally important, sponsored employment helps young people know that there are adults in the community who care. We provide relationships with the employers that you work for, relationships with people in the community. So we have mentoring, letting young people know, you belong to us, we belong to you, and we want you to become a part of people doing good things in this community and for this community.
I'm going to just say I thank God for this program and thank all of you for being a part of it.